Hello friends, Adam here with FED. It's time for our bi-weekly Fire Emblem Engage update. This time we have a snippet of gameplay and whatnot from our friend Lewis, or Louis, however you would say it. I know like it's Louis, something like that. Is that Louis or Lewis? Please tell me in the comments. Anyways, here he is. He's all big and friendly looking. Look at him. Look at, he doesn't even open his eyes. He's so happy. So let's watch the trailer here, the gameplay. Let me start it over here. All right. So before we analyze the things we see here, please consider subbing. Help us reach 25,000 subs before the end of the year. That'd be much appreciated. All right. So we don't get a lot of new stuff here, but we do get to see a new class in action in the Armor Knight here. And we get to see obviously a new character and a couple more things later on. So we just have a normal attack. We take no damage. One thing, funny, quirky thing about the animations here is if you go through it like frame by frame really slow, you see that the arrow actually passes through Lewis here, or Louis. It says no damage. But then the arrow, if you look really closely, the arrow just kind of like falls down behind him after going through him. So it looks like it's supposed to be an animation where it like bounces off his shield and like falls down, but it like happens too late. Like it's already through him on like right here. You can see, oh, so it's right here. You can see that's already through him. And then the no damage plays, and then the arrow falls down to the ground there. So it's kind of a goofy animation, but I thought I would point it out because it's kind of funny. Gameplay wise, it doesn't do anything for us. Here we go. If we deal, looks like if you deal no combat damage, you get 0 experience. There are some games where you'll get like 1 experience or something like that, but in this game it is 0. So if you don't deal damage, or maybe if you attack and do zero damage, you'll get like 1 experience or something. But at the very least, if you just get attacked and don't do anything back, you don't get any experience. I move into this map area here. We have another one of these. Get out of here, man. We have another one of these blue glowy circles up in this top left corner. The more I see it, the more I think it corresponds with not the awakening gauge. That's Fire Emblem Warrior. Sorry, from the like emblem gauge circling the emblem's portraits by our characters. So we see here that Celine actually has Celica equipped, and it is her like circle bar is empty. So I'm assuming if she were to wait on this space, or maybe you perform an action on this space of some kind, and it gives you some of your meter back, or maybe all your meter back. That seems like a pretty obvious thing to me now. The more I see it, they seem a little too common to be like save points, but who knows, that could be wrong. Next thing I want to point out is I really enjoy this map. If we look at the mini map in the bottom right here, we can see that the party is actually split up. The party starts like with 4 people. It looks like they start with like 4 in the top left. I'm sorry, top right, and then 4 in the bottom left, or something like that. Or maybe they start in the middle and then they go off from there. Either way, I like that they're, I think it's the former though, and we're going to have some party split up maps and stuff. And I think that just encourages using more units, and that is generally a good thing, I think. So that could be good. We also see a treasure chest on the map, and we also see some doors. Good stuff, good terrain. And I think this at least looks fairly interesting, looks intriguing on the minimap. And then I really enjoy the shadowing and just the lighting in general for the map itself. Like all the terrain, you see like walls actually casting like solid, good looking shadows. This looks really good. I'm a big fan of how it looks. I do like how they are animating pillars here. Like they actually have you like standing between the pillars as like an evade bonus probably, which is pretty cool, instead of just like standing on top of them. This character that Lewis is right next to here, it looks like some sort of axe armor knight. So maybe armor knights are going to come in like the different flavors like we've seen in the past, where you've had axe armor, sword armor, lance armor, bow armor. So we're going to see something like that, or it could just be an entirely new class that we don't know anything about yet. Moving on. This is just the standard attack menu. This is attack, item, weight. Lewis is equipped with an iron lance. Nothing crazy here, stuff we've already seen. And then he attacks, performs a critical. And funny enough, you know, he usually has his eyes closed, but he opens his eyes right here for the critical attack. For the attack, he opens his eyes, which I think is kind of fun. So when it's serious business, Lewis opens his eyes. I think he also opened his eyes here too. Yeah, he does open them slightly here. So he has like these goldish eyes looking things. Look pretty cool. So yeah, we see some new map, which is fun. And we get to see a new character in action. Very cool stuff. Last thing I wanted to talk about, it's more theory than anything, is Lewis's skill that he has. We have no idea what it's called or what it does, but I have some theories based on a couple things. So let's go look at those couple things. So we do have this conversation that we could to see that's in Japanese with Alir that he has, and translated by our friend Satsuma at Satsuma FS. And the conversation goes, they translate it as straight up Louis, L-U-I. But Alir says, Louis, what are you doing? Lewis responds, or Louis, Lady Divine, I'm not doing anything in particular. I'm just silently watching those girls chat from a distance. Alir says, why? Louis responds, why? That's a tough question, a philosophical one even. So this kind of paints him as some sort of a, you know, I don't want to say like pervert. I don't know. Maybe you're like a womanizing kind of guy. Like you're sane, or you're Sylvain kind of character. But then his little bio here, I think, does a better job of telling us what he actually is like, probably. And again, Satsuma, thank you for translating this. It says, Lewis is a knight from the capital of the Firene Kingdom. He's a gentle retainer, wrapped in heavy armor. He is always considerate of his comrades and loves watching his allies be at peace. So he's a peacekeeper guy. He likes people to be happy. That's his thing. I see that as he was admiring people chatting, the women chatting. Be like, oh, they're peaceful and happy. I like peaceful and happy people, right? So what I think, and this could be totally off base, what I think is that his personal skill that he has listed here, I think this skill is going to be similar to what Izana from Fire Emblem Fates had as his personal skill. Again, this is total conjecture. I have no idea. I looked through all the skills from the different games and stuff to see if there's anything that looked kind of like that skill icon. Couldn't see anything, but I did go to Serenus Forest here, which is really great Fire Emblem resource, by the way, serenusforest.net, to look at Fate's stuff, and then I read Izana's personal skill, which is Peacebringer. Allies and enemies within 2 tile radius deal 2 less damage. I could totally see him getting something like this. Maybe it won't affect your allies as well. Maybe it'll just affect enemies. But I could see that being like a, you know, he wants to bring peace to people, so just less damage is dealt overall. I think it would be a really cute character thing for him. Now, again, that's just guessing. Who knows? It could be totally different from that. But I guess we'll see in the future. Hopefully we get some like deeper character spotlights and get to see skills and stuff. But at the very least, we don't have to wait too long. Engage comes out in less than 100 days, which is awesome. Getting pretty pumped for it. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to subscribe. Help us reach 25,000 subs before the end of the year. Please like the video so other people can find it. And please comment your thoughts. What did I miss? Or what are some things that you would like? What do you think that skill is? You know, what do you think of Lewis? All that different stuff. Please let me know. And yeah, I'll catch you next time, friends.